are at the gym, and I'm in my other rig today. I got the 12 in the back with the 2200 watt amplifier, so I had to get some bass therapy. This is probably gonna be too bright for you guys, but that's all right. We'll leave it on. This is my 2002 F250, and it's got the 7.3 Power Stroke in it, but I took the interior out of a 2007 6.0 Power Stroke, and it's King Ranch Lariat interior. And instead of swapping over the headliners, I did my original one with custom cowhide, and I used 3M adhesive, and took this thing out of here, stripped it with a drill and wire wheel, spray glued and squeegeed out everything, and put clips all over it to keep everything tight. And now it's back in here. It's I love the way it looks. I get a lot of compliments on it, but it suits the leather interior pretty good, It's got that light tan vibe, and eventually I'll do a full review over this truck because this thing's my baby, and I have like hundreds and hundreds of hours of work into this thing. This is the truck that I got the cab corners and rockers done on, and paint to match it. And then this weekend I'm going to undercoat my new bed, which I've had this bed for like a year and a half, but it's just been stored over at my buddy Nick's for a while. But we took it out of his shed. It's upside down in his yard, and I'm just gonna go undercoat it. And then I got bed bolts and bed bolt retainers coming in the mail from AutoZone. So I should just need a couple buddies to help me lift it up and put it on the bed. I wish I could do it myself, but I'll probably have to ask for help on that one. I took the whole entire dash skin and everything and swapped it over onto the original dash cage because I didn't want to swap over the entire wiring harness and all that stuff, because that would have been a huge pain, and I didn't want all the 6.0 stuff in the dash and all that. So that was my reasoning behind that, and I still have I have the same exact thing, but my gauge cluster stayed the same too, which that was a big thing because I didn't want my mileage to change at all either. So that's another reason why I did that. And then I got grab handles and stuff to get in because I put a 4-inch lift on this thing. My buddy Dylan at Bodak Auto, he did that for me. I didn't have the tools to press the centers and bolts and stuff out of leaf springs and do all the alignment and fancy stuff like that, and I was kind of in a time crunch too, so it's also why I had him do it. On to the actual video. What we're doing today, we're hitting back, and it's gonna be freestyle back day. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm just gonna go in there and see what happens. I've got the empty shaker here, and I've got the time cop back there. See if I can reach it. Fucker. Hold on, I gotta pop the steering column up to reach this shit. Rough. I gotta get new floor mats for this thing too, because the truck I got this out of, all this stuff out of, had a mice infestation. So everything has mouse stuff on it, and that pisses me off because I paid a good amount for it. But you know, it was close, it was local, and it was a full part out, so I couldn't really go wrong, besides the fact that the passenger back side of the seat, you know, has some stains from shit living in it. But since then, you know, it doesn't really smell or anything. On a really hot summer day, you can't miss it, but just roll all the windows down and you're chilling. I also put a double din touchscreen radio in here that has like Android Auto and Google Maps and Apple CarPlay or whatever. I'm not an Apple guy, so I don't know. But I just did a full scoop of the Apollon time cop, and about to hyper focus in on this workout and try and work on getting my lift in and not spending a shitload of time in there, because I always tend to stay way too late. So main movements that are like basically ingrained in a back day that aren't ever going to change is going to be some sort of plate loaded T-bar row or plate loaded Smith row. Obviously lat pull downs and body weight pull ups. The other stuff is just kind of extra accessory lift stuff that I like to do. So that's what we're rocking with. And yeah, I ain't got much else to say. Work was pretty difficult today. I did a fair amount of shit and a lot of attic work, so I was walking on my knees on top of trusses and stuff, which is not good. I need to quit being a dumbass, and I need to get knee pads that I actually like, because all the knee pads that I have, I've worn multiple times, but I just don't like them. So I was looking at these Klein Tools knee pads that are like a elastic slip over, kind of like a knee sleeve, like that, but it has like honeycomb pattern and padding and stuff. So I'm gonna have to look into that, but as of right now, I am waiting on a couple good paychecks, because I've just been buying construction shit for my own little project that I've been doing with my cousin Jared at our farm, and I've been working on insulating the entire garage, and I put up 10,000 lumen lights, and I roped them all in. I wired them in and put switches, relocated switches, a couple single poles. Oh damn, there's a cat in the parking lot here. Nice. Relocated a couple single pole switches right by the door, the entry door that we always walk in, because before there was like switch looped switches that were just kind of like horizontal and like randomly placed, and you'd have to like walk through the dark to go turn a section on, and then this section would be controlled by a switch, you know, 10 feet away from that. So it was just inconvenient and really hodgepodge. So now it's straightforward, self-explanatory. You open the door and the switches are off to your left, and it's a 2-gang switch box, so you got your close lighting scene and then you got your farther lighting scene. So I'm glad I did that. But so far I'd say I'm about, let's see, about $750 to $800 into the project. I also threw up a new photocell. I threw up 2 new photocell floodlights, and those things are pretty cool. But the thing is, they're like $50 a piece, so it's not cheap by any means. But oh well. I mean, I go to work to make money, and I want the places that I go and spend a lot of my time to be nice and clean. So that's the goal. I want to be able to film in there and stuff, because we do a lot of outdoors activities. We, harvest animals and, fix vehicles, fix ATVs, bikes, tractors. There's a whole variety of things that will happen there. And we're actually building an attic up there. We're planking most of the attic, so then we can I just bought a table, and then I have a recliner as well that I'm going to throw up there, and it's going to be like a little chill spot. And we're going to do lighting up there as well, but that's going to be like dimmable, adjustable lighting. So yeah, I'll have to show you guys that sometime. But I'm going on 12 minutes of talking here, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'll see you guys inside the gym. All right, we in the gym. I already stretched, so I'm going to make my way over to the lat pull downs. All right, just kidding. I'm going to go to the Smith machine and do some rows first. We're set up here fine and dandy on the Smith, and I might actually add 10 pounds to each side here, but this is going to be the warm-up weight, and then we're going to go over to T-bar row, and then we'll go to lat pull downs. Right now I'm kind of doing like a wider grip, and then once I start getting more fatigued, I'm going to move inward. All right, we're over here on the plate loaded T-bar row. I've got 3 plates to start out with, then we'll just deload as we go. Probably gonna go for 4 total sets wide, and 4 total sets narrow. See how that treats us. Alright, this is getting strenuous as hell. I feel like my rib cage is going to collapse, but it's okay because it didn't collapse yet, so we're good. Alright, I had a little intermission there. Had to get Tyler some ibuprofen. That's what happens when you don't drink enough water, guys. But anyway, we're on lat pull downs. Start out with wide grip, and then we're going to go to the narrow grip. Okay. Oh, it's crazy. That's the best set I've ever. This shit's killer. Holy shit. This grip sucks, though. Not gonna lie. Might have to use these shitty rubbers. Alright, we switched up grips here, so I'm gonna have a lot better grip during the reps. That's like what you put on Where's the other? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's some Tom Platts going on here. Okay.
They're behind you. Okay.
Going a little heavier on this close grip just because this is like the main movement. I don't want to exert like most of my energy here.
Like 4 grams. He has forever. I'm using this for like 4 minutes. And he took a picture of it. And he has like a tank face.
Oh.
I know the face. It's a picture in my bathroom.
Whoops.
FBI's gonna come knocking. They're gonna come knocking.
I'm gonna need help. I'm gonna need help. Tyler.
Oh, we got a man down. Tyler's doing sissy squats over there. He's down for the count.
Blabbing about? What are you blabbing about?
Sorry, I'm quite a blabber. What are you blabbing about?
I'm a yapper, dog. I'm not a blabber like you. I'm a blabbist, actually.
I'm a blab yappa. Tyler's just fucking dead in the background. Two more.
I got one more after that one.
Oh. All right, I'm not doing face bowls. I'm gonna finish off here with some body weight, wide and narrow pull-ups. See how many we can get. Yeah. Oh. We are done with back. That's pretty strenuous. I wish I wouldn't have gone as heavy on the plate loaded rows, but can't go back. The reason I say that is because I'm endurance wise, I'm pretty tuckered out. I wish I could have got a little more reps and maybe an extra movement, but it's all right. My back's feeling pretty tenderized and blended right now, so I'd say that's a success. I'm gonna get all my stuff together, shower, and then we'll see you guys in the truck. Right now we're just warming up a little bit and trying to get warm, letting the diesel warm up. But I'm pretty freaking beat from the 3-plate rows. I normally don't go that heavy. Last week when I was working out with Tyler, I tried 3 plates and it actually moved pretty well. So that's why I implemented that weight into this week's workout. And I'm really just kind of jumping weight on certain movements that I think I'm ready to jump weight on, just based on feel. But in general, I think my strength was a little down today. I really need to lock back into the calories and the protein. My eating has been lacking slightly, but I only have the opportunity to eat 3 times a day. I would like to be able to eat 4 or 5 times ideally. And I just started loading my creatine back up because before I would always mix it in with my whey protein, and I've been out of whey whey isolate. I've been out of whey isolate for close to a week, so I hadn't been taking creatine for a week. But now I have a blueberry peach cobbler isolate protein from Leica Pro. I ordered that from Aries Nutrition as well. That Time Cop Apollon, that has like the best beta alanine tingle and itch feeling that I've gotten from any supplement. The only thing that comes close to it is the Rise Pump Daddy. It's fairly similar, but the focus is just superior in that pre, and the caffeine isn't too terrible either. So and I'm not like completely stimmed out and feeling crazy or having like heart rate issues and heavy breathing and shit. So I'm definitely liking this new supplement that I'm trying out. So yeah, now that I've got protein, I'm gonna start loading my creatine back up, and I've still got chicken breast and rice to eat at home, and I have been cheating a little bit. There's like these peanut butter fudge cookies that come in a orange plastic container and has a plastic tray, and I think each row is like 4 or 5, and I had a whole row of them last night. So that's not entirely good for the diet aspect of this clean bulk, just because of the fats, the sugar from the chocolate, and obviously there's probably some sort of seed oils as well. in there because seed oils are in almost everything. But tonight I think I'm only going to have 2 of those peanut butter fudge cookies. I shouldn't have any at all, but just talking about them makes me want to eat some right now. So the lift in general was pretty damn good. I'm happy with it. I feel like effort-wise I could have gone a little harder, but I was having a hard time completing reps to begin with because of the weight change. So I think that's why, and that's correlating with that. I definitely got a nasty back pump, but I'm still doing this pump cover thing where like I'm not posing on camera, and I'm not posing post lift either. So I'm just trying to stay focused on the little tiny steps in front of me, the little goals, and then the end goal, which the end goal is 200 pounds. But I've been weighing myself and paying attention to the numbers a little too much. And I was at like 181, and I'm back down to 178, 179, which is a little bit of a bummer. But like I said, my eating is not consistent, and I need to up the calories and up the protein. So I mean, it's my own doing. It's my own damn fault. That's why you have to stay consistent, and shit happens. I'm really busy, so that's part of the reason why I have a full-time job. I go to school 1 time a week, and then I get assigned homework, which takes me a couple days because it's all code related and multiple sections. So it's very time consuming. And right now, honestly, if I, truthfully, if I could, I would rather just go to the gym and have that be my lifestyle. But at this age and in this time and in this economy, that's not practical at all. So like, I have to stay centered and focused on my career as well as bodybuilding and lifting, because in my eyes they both are equal and mean the same amount to me, because I couldn't imagine living with without one or the other. If I was told to pick one, I probably wouldn't be able to. Now, if there's more details behind that, financial wise, it'd be a different story. Like if I could just film YouTube videos every day and devote like 100% into content creating and influencing, I'll totally do that, because that's just, I never really knew what I wanted to do when I was younger, but a lot of these life experiences that I've been having, in the last couple years, and friendships that I've gained, and I think it's mostly maturity too. I always thought I was more mature for my age, but I'm just getting more experienced in life, and stuff starts to make more sense. And I just feel like I'm positive enough to have a good impact on people. And all I ever want to do is see the people around me succeed. And I see potential in everybody. Everybody. And I say that not hoping that people don't feel like special about it. Like If everyone has potential, then what makes me different? You make yourself different. What you do and what you choose to do makes you different. So keep that in mind.
I didn't know this is your truck.
Yeah, bro.
This is a nice.
I King Ranch swapped the entire interior.
Oh wait, it wasn't even a King Ranch.
No, it was cloth lariat, bro. This is a 2007 King Ranch interior.
It looks so
and I bought
good.
the badge, both
Dude, that's
badges.
fucking badass.
Yeah, I took this bitch down, stripped it, and then wire wheeled all the foam off of it, and adhesive sprayed this shit.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, we still filming. And
This thing's so sexy.
yeah, I
And you're a
swapped.
Milwaukee. You're a Milwaukee guy.
Yeah.
I could kiss you. Like,
Hey, I don't blame you.
What kind of? Are you gonna put like the same type of bed on it? Or are you gonna put like one of those utility ones?
I'm gonna put the same bed on it.
fucking
Yeah.
frame's clean as shit too.
I know, that's what I've been working on the past couple months is undercoating it.
Yo,
This
I messed
weekend
with
I
my
have
headlight
the
setup. Or the
yeah.
skylight
You like
setup.
it?
No, this is raw. I can't believe we swapped this over.
Yeah.
The whole interior.
Alright, had to talk to the bros there for a little bit. They're admiring the truck. I usually don't have too many people give a shit about it, so I had to give them the build list so far, and it seems like they were impressed. That was Jackson and the other Tyler. The Tyler with the subs, we'll name and label him by his subs. Because I'll be in the shower and he'll pull up and I'll be in there just jamming. But yeah, kind of forgot what I was talking about, but I was talking about seeing potential in everybody, and mainly my point was how individualism, or being, independent, an independent individual with, your own personality, your own looks, your own style, how you articulate your language, all those things come together and they create a unique human. So my point being, don't ever feel like you're not special, because everybody is special in their own way. And if you want to be something, go for it. But if you just want to be something or somebody because everyone else wants you to be that way, or you think that'll gain you popularity or gain you friends, fuck all that shit. Like, just be yourself and stick to yourself and stay true and be real. Because me going through middle school and high school, just school in general, like, I always dealt with bullies and douchebags and people who thought they were better than me, and quite frankly, I never reacted to that shit. I still just kept to myself and minded my own business. But that type of stuff taught me early on that there's more value in being yourself than trying to be something you're not. And I also think it's important to recognize other people, when they're being two-faced, or when other people purposely exclude you from things or make fun of you to boost their own ego. There's a lot of things that I know now that I didn't know back then, and I was just confused and insecure and always wondered, like, what was wrong with me? Why don't people accept me for who I am? Like, what do I need to change about that? And looking back, like, yeah, that caused a lot of damage and pain, but I wouldn't have changed a thing about it if I could go back, because I wouldn't be the same person I am. And saying this now, later in life, I almost guarantee I'll feel the same way in another situation. But that's where you learn, and you don't bite into that or feed into that. You know, there's people still my age that haven't grown up and stepped away from the clique and the, you know, that kind of popular kid attitude. They just don't learn, and they only take what they know from high school, and that's just who they are the rest of their lives. When all honesty, you need to, if you're not changing all the time, I don't think that you're growing. And growth is the most important thing, because when you're younger, you kind of start out as being closed-minded and having like set opinions and being judgmental towards other people and listening to information and knowledge from a select group of people, mostly being like your parents and your teachers and possibly, you know, people from TV. And nowadays there's not a lot of good examples of that, and it's kind of mirroring onto the up and coming youth, which I think there's a problem there, but I'm sure anybody and everybody could say the same thing in being the older generation looking at the newer generation. There's never going to be satisfaction there, and that's kind of like the difference between generations. Like, there has to be a difference, because statistically we grow up in different situations. You know, like many factors change. Small incremental factors change. Pretty big one would just be technology in general. So, and that's changing all the time as well. So with that, you're going to have all sorts of different aspects that aren't going to make sense to an older generation, but the new generation is just fully exposed to it, so that's all they know. And you can't blame them for that. But you can blame people for being closed-minded and being judgmental, because in my opinion, whenever I feel like I'm judging somebody, I always tell myself that the only person that should be able to judge them is either themselves or God, because it's not my position, it's not my job, and what good am I doing by judging somebody for how they are? Maybe I should be judging myself and asking myself what's wrong with me for looking negatively at somebody that I haven't even introduced myself to or gotten to know. So I think that's pretty important, because, you know, if a lot of the kids I grew up with in school would have had that same attitude, I wouldn't have been treated like that, you know. But you live and you learn and you move on, and life throws a lot of shit at you, but if you learn to deal with it, life's great. But yeah, gone on a tangent. I'm rambling, but I think since that stuff was just kind of fresh on my mind, it needed to be spoken. So if you stuck through and listened to all that, I hope you gained something from it or learned, because I personally didn't have like a role model figure in my life growing up telling me things like that. And if I were younger me and I heard this type of stuff, I'd probably be a bit different, maybe more evolved now. but the open-mindedness has definitely like set me free, because it changes your whole way of thinking. And if you're open to all sorts of things, you learn a lot more, and you understand that small things don't cause big issues, or they're not a big deal. Like, one little example would just be like small things that irritated you and set you off before don't anymore. And that's a great step of growth. There's a lot of people that are just stuck in the same loop of being frustrated with life and not doing anything about it, and therefore pretty much being negative and hating their lives, which I'm extremely grateful for the life that I've been given. So you got to strive to be better every day, and you're gonna climb up the steps, you're gonna fall back down. You know, sometimes there's gonna be a handrail there to grab and pull yourself back up, and sometimes that handrail is gonna be ripped straight out of the wall. You're gonna fall, and it just happens. And in my opinion, that's when God's trying to teach you a lesson, and He throws stuff your way that He knows that you can handle. But it's your job, it's your decision, and it's the work that you put in that's going to change whether or not you learn from it, or whether or not you suffer from it. So yeah, enough of that wisdom shit. I'm gonna turn the heat on because the truck's fully warmed up now. I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes. I got food to go eat and a bed to go lay down in. So we will see you guys in the next video. I really appreciate it if you stuck all the way to the end. It means a lot to me. Keep your heads high and keep thinking positive. See you guys later.